wars were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
The war be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin. And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
To war, then.
Which side are you on?
My father chose me, his firstborn child, to succeed him. He held to his decision until death. And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne. I mean to fight this war and win it.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
The Hightails are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the queen, or your house burns.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
I feel what I've begun.
True King Aegon!
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive. And the realm was at peace. On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen. Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. But Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction of vengeance.
Not against the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over. I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
My uncle always a challenge I welcome. If you dares face me.
We will prevail and bring forth peace. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
All my life I've endeavoured to serve both my house and the realm. And somehow none of it matters.
Hold to your courage for the one true King Aegon!
Targaryen, who sits the Iron Throne, is not just a king or a queen. They are a protector of the realm. Now I find myself in an impossible position.
All hail, King Aegon!
The enemy usurped my throne.
We're going to King's Landing. Well, what are we going to do about it?
We must play the board before us.
Proceed cautiously.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge.
News spreads through the realm. The great houses will come to our side.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
My ships sail at your command.
The realm's only hope is in a leader strong enough to unite it.
Do you accept me as your queen and ruler?
This senseless war and send.
Shall none of us prevail?
Not like this.
Alicent holds love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
War is coming, and neither of us may win. Wounded me, weakened my claim to the throne. Cannot trust you, Daemon.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. And so will Aegon's. The significance of Viserys' intentions died with him.
There is a war brewing.
This war will not be won with dragons alone, but with dragons flying behind armies of men.
The Riverlands are the key to the war. Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands.
Perhaps the presence of a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts.
The path I walk has never been trod.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak, Aegon.
Beware how you speak to your king.
We must seize the hour and act before our enemy does.
Is there naught to be done but to claw for power?
What we must do is terrible. Will you preside over it?
We must break the will of our enemy.
There will be no mercy!
We have given the war to the dragons.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place. When the desire to kill and burn takes hold, reason is forgotten.
We cannot hide in our castle waiting for war to come to us.
Good. To war then.
Alicent is in King's Landing. Her son sits my throne.
There has been no word from Prince Daemon.
We must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons.
If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction.
It will be savage beyond all compare.
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace. You might be half the king your father was.
Tread carefully.
I'll watch.
All who refuse will have their death.
You're afraid, sir?
Worse, I'm rational.
My father believed that I was meant to unite the realm. I needed to know that there was no other path, and now I do.
Hold to your courage! Hold to your wit!
You must send the dragons to war. The horrors I have just loosed cannot be for a crown alone.